So, for many years I've been an Xbox fan. In fact, right from the beginning with the original Xbox, I was an Xbox fan. 360, obviously, so many Xbox fans. Xbox One, even though, it got a lot of hate and things like that, I was still an Xbox fan. They were really kind of doing their own thing. I wasn't agreeing with everything, but I still thought that they were doing some pretty positive stuff. So, listen, I'm an Xbox fan. It is what it is. With that being said, there came times in like 2018, 2019, where myself and others, we were definitely sort of in this weird situation where we would, hype up Xbox for the longest time, and we would be like, yeah, wait till E3, but at the same time, it's one of those things where, us as gamers, we probably didn't really have the full story, and that's unfortunate because even myself, and I take some blame for this as well, sitting there going, oh man, just wait for E3. They had like 4 studios, one dedicated to Halo, one dedicated to Gears, one to Forza, and then of course the Minecraft studios. So, it's really a shame that kind of stuff happens at the end of the day. But, for me personally, I feel like Microsoft has turned the corner, and I think that one of the things that all of us were kind of asking them to do was, get some exclusive games and make them, make Xbox a formidable thing again. That's what you need. You gotta people associate PlayStation with like Spider-Man and things like that. You got to get something big, and they did with Indiana Jones. And it's very interesting that this thing was trending, and you would think, oh well, Indiana Jones, the newer movies sucked. Listen, they weren't great for sure, but people are noticing this game. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle marked the triumphant end to Microsoft's jam-packed Xbox Developer Direct, which included a long-awaited release date for Hellblade 2, a closer look at Avowed, and the first look ever at the new Indiana Jones game. And while it's fantastic to see a healthy release date for upcoming Xbox exclusives, something that had been kind of absent, especially in 2022, the new Indiana Jones game was kind of the star of the show. From the impressive reveal that showed Harrison Ford's likeness to the rousing orchestration, the score that captures the essence of the movie's developer Machine Games has nailed the basics, something that's easier said than done when handling a beloved IP. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle looks like a top of the top tier cinematic experience that Xbox gamers have been long hoping for, and with Indiana Jones, Microsoft finally has a cultural phenomenon with global appeal at its disposal instead of just Master Chief or Marcus Phoenix. Indiana Jones isn't just a new IP that needs to be explained to a newcomer, another drawn-out sequel that struggles to convince players it's better than the original. Indy is an IP that not only provides a perfect source material for a great video game to be built upon, but also markets itself. Just look at the success of Hogwarts Legacy, which is a great kind of thing to kind of compare it to. And again, I love the fact that they did a kind of first-person view on this, right? And, I think to be honest with you, that is great. If they would have made this game third person, doesn't it just look like an Uncharted game at that point? Like, to me, it does. You know what I mean? I feel like you have to have a game that kind of lives on itself. And if you were going to play an Indiana Jones game, you want to be indie. And that's sort of, one of those things that kind of comes about from this, right? We're getting to be Indiana Jones, and you need first person for that. It also does like the cool thing, sort of like Chronicles of Riddick, where it goes in the third person when you're doing certain things or whatever. It is in the powerhouse, obviously it once was. The recent films have been pretty terrible, to kind of put it nicely, but this is taking place between the first and the third film. So the first 3 films are amazing, and obviously let's pretend that the last 2 didn't exist, especially the last one. Obviously Indiana and the Great Circle looks to be the part and has wide-ranging appeal, but what excites a lot of people about it is how things will play out from a first-person perspective. It's a very bold choice, one that's going to kind of split some opinions, and some people are about that. But again, those people that are saying it should have been third person are the same ones that would say it's an Uncharted clone if they did that. Honestly, it would have drawn incredible unfavorable comparisons to Uncharted, and they didn't need that. You know, again, Uncharted is great, but we already have Uncharted. So a first-person perspective offers something different. Puzzle-solving combat and exploring the game's detailed environment should feel more impactful and fresh when experienced through Indy's eyes. As Machine Games character design director said, since we are doing this mostly in first person, you have the chance to truly become Indy. First person makes you part of this world, allowing you to explore and experience things more intimately. So, you know, again, they needed something like this, a very cinematic blockbuster that has mass appeal, and I think that this definitely does do that. I also thought it was very interesting that we were seeing, you know, some of the situations where people were saying, oh, you know, Xbox has been very, you know, PlayStation-esque with this stuff, you know, blah, 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 you know, PlayStation-esque, as if that's, like, not a word or something, you know, but it's like Sony doesn't have the, you know, to me anyway, Sony doesn't have the, you know, how do you kind of say it, you know, Sony doesn't have, like, the market on, you know, cinematic games. You know, anybody can do cinematic games. So I like the fact that Microsoft is, you know, doing some great things. They're taking some chances here, and the fact that they've got great games coming out, I think that's amazing. You know, this is something unexpected. It's Xbox exclusive. You know, what more can you ask for? Honestly, I think they've done a fantastic job getting people excited for this, and in general excited for the future of Xbox. So, you know, I'm thankful to be this fan, and you know, again, to have such cool things like this, I think realistically showcase exactly where we are with Xbox at this particular time, and that is, you know, in a very positive place. So hopefully you guys agree with me when I say that, and I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you kind of give your opinions on this. But it is nice to see that, you know, Xbox is indeed getting a lot of hype and, you know, a lot of praise for doing things, even though for some reason everything they do lately seems to be compared to PlayStation, which I think is kind of ridiculous, to say the least. So, you know, listen, at the end of the day, I guess, like, that's just what people are going to do. You know, I hope that Microsoft can kind of do their own thing and people will accept them for what they are, but at the same time, you know, I don't expect, you know, one of these things that this kind of stuff happens. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think. I'm the Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. Thank you so much for joining me. If you guys enjoy my content, I do daily video game content. Please like the video, share it out, maybe subscribe even. I would love if you guys would do that. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Crap Gamer out.